even though there was these historical references, it was a ahistorical description of the West Side. And I don't know if I ever heard you say that for the last 60 years people have been trying to develop the rail yards on the West Side, but certainly your old boss did. And that was complete bullshit. That the West Side was the way it was because up until the 1960s, the mid-1960s, those were working docks out on the Hudson River. Those were factories, warehouses, and rail yards that pushed goods up and down the region. It was a very vital neighborhood. Now, it's also true that that was a past. And so you had to figure out what, and I think generally people, there was a little bit of misdirection magic on the part of the Bloomberg administration in terms of putting the stadium out there on the one hand, and when the real action was over on the rezoning. But I think there was a general agreement that the West Side had to be rezoned. I mean, it didn't make sense that there was just so much land just sitting there, and a need for housing and other buildings, office buildings. But why anyone in their right mind would think that a stadium, or since the administration banned the use of the word stadium, a New York Sports and Convention Center would spawn development, I don't know. You pointed out the Javits Center and the fact that since its construction in the 1980s, nothing had happened around it. The hotels didn't come, the other office buildings, the trade businesses, nothing happened with it. Why would calling it a sports and trade center suddenly turn it into some sort of huge engine of development? I think it was a cockeyed idea, hooked up with this whole Olympic thing. But, it didn't get built, so.
Well, let me,